Previously on I Am She Unleashed. Now that you're caught up, let's get into today's vlog.
I can't never just sleep in between you and Nico. Good morning. Come here. You sleep good? You sleep good, Papa? Listen, not too much on me. I just woke up. I know I look crazy in the face. Oh, what time is it? 6 a.m. Well, good morning. Where do we even begin? So last week, friend, I learned that I do have SIBO after doing the second test. I have a very severe case of SIBO, which I'm not shocked because the way my stomach be feeling, I knew it was something else besides celiac. And I have been telling my conventional gastro doctor. Oh, so let me talk for a minute. I'm gonna let both of y'all out, okay? Nico stayed with Ari last night in her room, and she got her door shut so he don't get out and be wandering around. So he probably at the door, and you can hear him. He hollering. And O stayed with me and Paul last night. But yeah, SIBO, and I have hydrogen SIBO and then methane. But she called it. She didn't say methane SIBO. She said IMO, which is, when I looked it up, it's actually not a bacteria. It is something that starts with an A, some type of living organism. It's not a bacteria, but it's not good. And I'm just like, so the treatment option that she gave me, which I'm not happy about, and I just been contemplating since, when did she call me? Thursday or Friday, about doing it, is antibiotics. And I'm not against all medication, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted to take the herbal route. And her reasoning for not taking the herbal route is because since I have such a severe case, I would have to be on antimicrobials for months to basically get rid of, the bacteria, which I'm not surprised. Natural methods do take longer than our Western medicine. But my biggest concern is the antibiotics that I have to be on. I have to be on two, okay? One for the SIBO and one for the IMO. And they basically wipe out all my bacteria, good and bad. And that's scary to me. Also, I've heard, some horror stories about people taking the antibiotics for the SIBO, and I'm scared. And so she said that I could still go the herbal route if I wanted to. And she was like, but it would take months versus me doing the antibiotics that is a 14-day protocol. And then once I'm off of that protocol, then they go back to repopulate the bacteria, the good bacteria. So there's like I said, I think before, like 3 or 4 phases that I have to do. With this phase, if I chose the antibiotic route, I don't change anything in my diet yet. I just do the antibiotics. And then after that 14 days, that's when they will change my diet and, start probiotics and then healing the gut lining again. I don't know. For me, there's also like this issue of like, I try to promote natural healing, and who would I be if I did these antibiotics? Like, I wouldn't be true to what I preach and what I teach. And I'm struggling with that. But here's the thing, not everything I do is natural. Like, I'm still learning as I go, and I still, I do use some conventional products. It's just, I don't know. I'm struggling with the fact. And then it's like I feel like a hypocrite because if I do the antibiotics, I'm not staying true, to what I'm trying to teach and preach and who I'm trying to become, of using more natural, holistic ways of healing ourselves, right? And living. And I talked to Paul about it last night. Well, not last night, I believe Friday or Thursday when I learned about it. And he was just like, you should do the antibiotics. He was like, you've been suffering way too long. Um, and that's just that. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I'm supposed to start today, the antibiotics. I don't know. What would you do in this situation? Oof, let me get this dog. And why remember we did laundry last video where we washed the linens. I never got the linens out of the dryer. They Baby, I'm on bare bones, okay? There are no pillowcases on the pillow. There's no sheets or no nothing. I'm just terrible. Okay, let's get Nico, because he gonna go buck wheezy if we don't get him out of that room. Okay, so this morning we are in the garden. I have two squash plants that I want to try to protect from squash vine borers. Basically, they like bore, they get into the stem of your plant and lay their eggs, and the eggs, they look like grub. I don't know the scientific name of the eggs, the babies. They live inside the stem of the squash plant and basically suck all the nutrients from your squash plant and kill your squash plant. So I want to attempt to prevent that before they show up. So far, my squash look very healthy. But what I've been doing off camera is trimming the bottom a little bit. And the bottom is because you don't want, from what I understand, lower leaves to like hang in the dirt because that can create disease. So I've clipped, as you can see right here, a lot of them off right there. And then what we're gonna do is wrap it in aluminum foil to try to prevent the squash vine borer from like burrowing its eggs in the stem part, if that makes sense. Oh, like I clipped this. I don't know if this is going to work, but hey, it's worth a try and to be preventative. This is my first year having squash, and I'm not trying to lose my plants. We got some beautiful squash flowers, but we don't have any fruiting flowers yet. So this one actually has fruit on it, or the zucchini. So if you look down in here, you see that zucchini growing? So that was actually a flower, and I self-pollinated with a male flower. So the male flowers just have the stem, right? The thin stem, and then they have what looks like a you know what, and then the female flower has what looks like basically a vagina. We're gonna get the technical words on the screen because I didn't forgot what the technical words is, and it's been a long time since I've been in school. And then we got a little baby one down there, but I don't think that one is going to actually grow because it's been small like that for a while, but that one is taking off. So yeah, these are the male flowers right here with the thin stem, and then the female flowers will have like that swelling, right, that zucchini fruit piece on them. And so if you have bees, they'll do it for you, but I don't have a lot of bees in my garden, so I self-pollinated on my own. Also, I was seeing a video where you can actually take the male flower, put it in a Ziploc bag, and put it in the refrigerator, so when your female flowers do bloom, you can bring him back out and self-pollinate that way. I thought that was cool. I might try that. You ready to try the food? Not you, Nico. Back up. This ain't your bowl, and you know that. Get that out of here. Back up. I'm gonna feed you next, greedy. This is for O's. Okay, you let me know what you think about that. This is a new recipe. Check it out. Come on, Nico. Is it good, Poo-Poo? Yeah, you like it? He said, yeah, anything but that dry food you be giving me. So right now, I currently give the dogs half cooked food and half dry food. So I'll do a half cup of the cooked food and a half cup of the dry food, just in case I'm missing any what am I trying to say, nutrients that they may need. So eventually I want to convert them all the way to cooked food, but I need to do more research on like a really good multivitamin to add to the food. Although I do put a lot of amendments in their food, I just want to make sure that they're getting everything they need. So right now we do dry food that I buy from the store, and then I make them cook food, because if I don't make cooked food, oh, she's not gonna eat, period. He gonna be like, I don't want that. I've been craving chia pudding for a while now. And not just the regular chia pudding that I've done in the past, but chia pudding with coconut milk from the can. And how I got turned on to this is we had went to this little breakfast spot. It was a few months ago, and they had a chia pudding. And I was like, oh, I'm used to that. I make that at home. Let me get that. And I tasted this thing, and I was like, this ain't the chia pudding that I make at home. What do they put in this? So I studied the ingredients, and I seen the only thing they had changed was that instead of, I use like, you know, almond milk or coconut milk that's in the jug or refrigerated, and they actually use canned coconut milk. And I was like, let me try this. I haven't went back since I tried it at home. It is so good. So I'm about to make that. First, I'm gonna make my berry, what do you call this? Berry compote? Compote? How do you pronounce it? I don't know. Where you cook the berries, damn it. So I prefer fresh berries, but this was a cheaper option, so we're going with frozen berries, and I just get a mixed berry blend. Now, if you don't like mixed berries and there's just a specific berry that you like, you could definitely just get all blueberries or strawberries, whichever, you know, berry that you like. I'm gonna go with mixed berries today, and we are gonna put a cup and a half. These kind of been sitting out, so they kind of thawed out already. Cup and a half of my berries. I got medium to low heat right now. And then you need about a tablespoon of lemon juice. I don't have a fresh lemon over here, so on the weekends when I meal prep, I will get a whole bunch of lemons and then I'll slice them up and then freeze them. So I'm gonna just take probably 1.5, because you see this one's broke, of sliced frozen lemon and stick that in there. Give me that seed up off of there. Ugh, you froze. Okay. And then I'm gonna let that kind of simmer and liquefy for a little bit, and then you add your sweetener. You could do agave, maple syrup, honey. I only have honey right now, so we're gonna add honey to ours. And this is a honey that I got from Sprouts that day I went to the grocery store. It intrigued me because it says white honey. And this one is raw and unfiltered. So we're gonna add a little bit of honey. I'm gonna wait for it to do its thing before I add the honey. I'm gonna add the honey like towards the end. And over here, while we wait on our berries, I'm gonna add 3/4 cup of chia seeds, and then 2 cups and 1/4 of canned coconut milk. Now you could thin this down with like some almond milk or some coconut milk that's, you know, in the jug, because this does have a thicker consistency than regular chia pudding. Oh, we're gonna add a little bit of vanilla extract just for some flavor. And really right here, you can add whatever you like in the base, but I keep it simple. Add a little bit of salt. And then my sweetener is gonna be honey again. Add about a tablespoon of honey. The vanilla extract, I just kind of eyeball. Probably like a teaspoon if I was to guess. And then we're gonna whisk that to make sure we disperse the chia seeds, because you know they get gelatinous and they'll stick together if you don't stir them really good.
Smash, smash, smash!
Okay, I have allowed my berry compote to cool off. So I'm gonna add it to the bottoms of my cups. Not too much, we just want a little taste. Ari is in the background if you wondering. You already know what that noise is. Look, I didn't measure that quite right. We might have to steal some. Ain't nobody gotta know. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Okay. And then I'm gonna just flatten it a little bit. Add it to our cup. I can't wait to try this. I'm just trying to make it real cutesy. Oh. No, you hold on. You pause. You go on mute. That's not even what I was saying. Then I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator. I like to refrigerator these overnight, but at least like 2 to 4 hours at the most to really allow the chia seeds to expand. But it's a quick, delicious way to have chia pudding by replacing your almond milk for canned coconut milk. We about to, oh, I'm missing something. We about to be a chemist real quick. Not really. Not really. But I'm about to mix some bath salts and baking soda because I want to do a nice soaking bath tonight. So the other day when we went to the store, I got Real Root. Never heard of them before, but love the prices and love the variety of Epsom and Dead Sea salt that they have. So what I was gonna do is get magnesium flake, which is like Epsom salt, and Dead Sea salt separate, and then get lavender essential oils. But they actually have lavender in their Epsom salt. So I was like, you know, 2 + 2 = 4 to me. So we're going to mix that in a mason jar with our baking soda as well. So, did I mess up the, oh Lord. I done ripped it too close to the seal. Just ghetto. Ooh, it smells good. I'm doing a little measuring cup. Let me take all of these off of here. We need 2 cups of this. Wait. I swear I ain't slow. Just sometimes the elevator don't go to the top floor, okay? I should put something under. Okay, let's go. 2 cups of our lavender Epsom salt. This smells amazing. Freaking amazing. feel like I need a funnel. Will the funnel save us? Probably not. It did. Yeah, I'm making a mess. You want to smell it? Of the dead sea salt. This doesn't have a smell. Look how it looks. If I could grip it. Yeah. What's that little black piece in there? Get that out of there. Now, this might be too. Yeah. Narrow. Ciao. We got stuff going everywhere. Okay, one more time. One more time, one more time. Wish I had some little lavender pieces. That would be really pretty. Don't be talking about me. It's okay. All right. So we did the Epsom salt with lavender. And we just did the dead sea salt. And then we're gonna take some baking soda. We're going to do 4 tablespoons. Take that all the way back, okay? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got some way over here. Hold on, let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Hopefully no food particles end up in here. I ain't cleaned this table today. And then we're gonna pop a lid on and shake it to mix it all. I don't know. I couldn't really read the room, you know what I mean? I really couldn't. Before I do my bath, I am gonna do a castor oil pack. Need to change out of these clothes first. Find some old clothes that I don't mind getting oiled up. Let's see what we got here. What we got here? I don't think we got nothing here. Okay, I haven't been consistent as I thought I was gonna be with this. Like the first week I was on it. Second week I was on it a little bit. Third week I ain't do it at all. Something smells like alcohol. Something spinning? Okay, I don't know what that is. Baby, I got a nose like a hound. Not sure what that is. But yeah, I haven't been consistent with the castor oil, but we need to get back on that. Also, the Epsom Dead Sea Salt baking soda mixture, I added rose petals to it. So Paul had given me roses for Mother's Day, and one of the roses broke. And so I took the stem of that rose and I'm trying to propagate it to see if I can grow me up. Hey, don't start that in here. You've been on it all day long. Matter of fact, go on out of here. Get on out of here with that. You always trying to bully somebody. He's a bully. And I'll just be chilling. But what was I saying to you? Oh, I took the stem and I'm trying to propagate it to see if I get a rose bush from it. Probably not, but I seen a video where you could take your, roses and from a cutting, propagate a whole bush. We'll see. Anyways, I know I'm so long-winded, but the head with the rose petals, I just tore those off and put those in my mixture. So I'll show you that in a minute. Anyways, let's get started with our castor oil. Not as bloated today, which, hey. So I've thought it through and I think I'm gonna do the antibiotics. I know. Just because I just want some type of relief. I'm ready. I've been going through this for way too long, like years. And whenever I developed psoriasis is when it started to get worse and worse. So I'm gonna try the antibiotics. I'm kind of scared because I've seen some horror stories about it and like the crazy side effects. And the doctor did tell me there could be some side effects like, the die-off symptoms from the bacteria. They can create nausea, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pains, fatigue, cold symptoms, feeling lethargic. Anyways, I usually take about a tablespoon of the castor oil and then just kind of rub it in a circular motion to penetrate through the skin, if that makes sense. And I try to get up here, like right above the ribs so we can get all the organs, the liver, the spleen. You got the stomach, small intestines, the large intestines. So, oh, my eyeball. Okay, then we're gonna take our cotton wrap. Remember, I got two. I got this one, and then I got the one that has the ties on it. Oh, my hand. Hold on, I'm gonna wipe my hand on this. So I'm going the same place. I also use castor oil on my feet and my face. I mix it in with like my skincare products. Okay, so instead of like tying, because I got 3 ties, right? Instead of tying them individually like I was doing the first time, I've been taking all 3 of them and tying them at once. You know what I mean? Let me show you. Let me get this together. Okay. So like this. Tie it real tight. Now, you can use heat with this, but I haven't been using heat. Alright, and then I'm gonna tuck this into my shorts just to make sure it's all snuggy. And then pull our shirt down over it. Find me a good little movie to watch. And I started off with 20 minutes. Oh, that's no part of the string. I thought I had a bug on me. I started off with 20 minutes, but lately, not last week, but when I was doing it consistently, I've been doing it an hour. Some people sleep with it. I ain't doing that much now. Look, this is results of low iron. I don't know if you can see that. See how my thumbnails always split like that. And I've had weak nails all my life. Little weak nails. Like I can bend them forward and backwards. Malabsorption. And now my thumbnail looks stupid because I gotta cut it enough where it won't keep splitting and catching onto stuff. Where'd that other piece go? Okay. Is we ready? I think we're ready. Steady, are you ready? I don't know. I don't know why I do the things that I do.